Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. I'm going to show you how the new roofing automation stuff works. So let's grab this job out of the queue. It's only going to show up on the sunroof jobs for now. So let's go ahead and make a new proposal. Go ahead and open up the roof tool. Okay. So we're changing the flow of creating a proposal. We're adding 2 steps. I'm going to explain those, and I'm going to explain a little bit how the auto panel placement works, and when we can start to see more of this get rolled out. We're rolling some of it out today. The rest of it probably by the end of next week, or by the end of this week, or early next week. So the first step is editing the outlines and the penetrations. So while in this step, you can move these vertices around. You can delete these by right-clicking. You move them by left-clicking, by the way. You can select the vertices and connect them together to make new polygons. All kinds of fun to be had here. All kinds of fun. So let's just leave it at that. You'll notice these designs, most of them are pretty good, but like this one has something weird going on. If it's completely covered in red like this, it's not going to really affect anything. But let's just delete this for fun. Okay, next is penetrations. It looks like the penetrations are pretty good. Important thing to note is you can't move the regular roof dots when you're in penetrations mode. You go to penetrations mode down here in the bottom right. You can only move the penetration dots. So maybe we'll tighten this guy up a little bit. He got a little too spread out. There we go. That's the stuff. Okay, so we'll just go with that. The next step is labeling the different parts of the roof. As you can see, there are no problems here. Things didn't disappear. But just for example, this one, it's saying this is a rake. This is actually a hip. So let's go ahead and relabel that as hip. And you can see when I did that, the fire offset changed. So depending on, I'm sure you all know this, but depending on the type of edge, they have different fire offsets. So kind of important that you get that right. Oops, I accidentally labeled that one. You can't see, it's the wrong thing. So, yep, that's the label roof line section. The next is place panels. So if this is a new design, we haven't already added panels on, then and there's a outline on top, then when you hit next, it's automatically going to place those panels down for you. So we can kind of just take a look at this and show what it does. So it has certain priorities. So essentially what the AI is going to try to do is it is going to try to find a combination of panels that will fit the most possible panels in accordance with fire offsets and the company's preferred panel orientation. So like if we turn the AI overlay back on, you can see it's dodging these penetrations, not putting panels there or moving entire arrays up and down to try to miss those panels. So that's the first thing it's going to do, is try to find what's the most that it can fit without overlapping any penetrations or any fire offsets. And then the next thing it's going to do is it's going to push these arrays as close to the eave and as close to the rakes as it can get while still not violating anything. So like this one, it probably would have pushed it down further if there wasn't this penetration here, but if it would have continued to push it down, it would have violated it. So the next step is to activate to a certain offset. So this company already has a preferred offset of 100, and so it's going to try to get pretty close. And it knows that this north-facing array is less efficient, and this, what would that be? The east-facing array is going to be less efficient. So it's going to automatically turn those off, and then it's going to leave all of this one on for you to get to whatever it is that you want the offset to be. Get close to this 100 number, right? So, final step, as always, is just to pick your inverter. You can only choose SolarEdge. And finally, we are done. Come back here. Missing data required. Nice. Well, let's pretend like that worked. So that is just a brief overview of this, and I want to just run you through. So imagine that you're in a hurry and you don't really want to fix this stuff. For now, that's fine. And actually, if you just skip through it, it still comes up with a pretty freaking good whack at it. I mean, so that's 100% AI. Sure, there's some things that you're probably going to want to move around, and that's fine. It's going to give you a really good place to start. But for jobs that, maybe they're not real time or whatever, I really recommend that you take some time and just kind of mess around with some of the AI stuff, maybe just kind of figure out how it works. I think a lot of it's pretty self-explanatory, but if you can figure out how it works and then it will greatly benefit you, give you quite an advantage in hopefully helping you speed up your delivery times. So for jobs that are maybe less vital, I would recommend and encourage you to just mess around with it. So that is all for today. Thank you for joining my screencast. Maybe I will see you again soon.